Okay, so let's start today class. In the previous class, we already discussed about the circuit diagram and the waveform of single phase full wave semi converter for the resistive load and RL load. So we just go to simulate the single phase full wave semi converter for the resistive load in MATLAB simulation. Okay, and then we will discuss about the RL load. Okay. So just first of all share the screen or simulate the circuit of single phase full wave semi converter for the resistive load. Okay. So first of all open the MATLAB or start to simulate the circuit in MATLAB. Okay. Just wait 3 minutes for open the MATLAB. So it takes some time for open the MATLAB where we simulate the circuit of single phase full wave semi converter. What is the meaning of semi converter? That means power electronic switching devices required here two switches as SCR and two diodes. Okay. That is known as the semi-control. The circuit diagram already discussed. Just here we simulate in MATLAB. Here for MATLAB. So just wait 3 minutes. Okay, so MATLAB interface, just wait few more minutes for open the MATLAB. Yeah, so this is the interface of the MATLAB. Now, if you remember the circuit of single phase full wave semi converter for the resistive load, then what component we required for that circuit? Okay. So first of all, you try to open the new workspace here. So we can simulate the circuit. This one is the model. Just wait for open the interface of workspace. It takes some time for open the interface of the new workspace. Get here. Take some time more times. So we just wait for few more minutes here, and then we will. So first of all, you keep in your mind which parameters you require for simulink of the circuit of single phase full wave semi converter for the resistive load. Okay. Yeah. So this is the new workspace open here with untitled. So you may be save here this one your untitled. Now you may be save this one with some name. That means if you save as file, open the file and save as. Okay. So I want to save this model in this folder. So just open here and in 6th semester. So simulation lab. Now I already simulated model, simulate model. So name of this model is, for that you want to name of this model, model number 9. Okay. So we already simulated up to the model 8. So name of this model is model 9. Okay. And just save it. Okay. So your new workspace and title is saved as model number 9. Okay. So let's wait 2 more minutes. Yeah, so this model name ID model number 9 and save in the simulation lab folder. Okay. So you may be after the simulation, your model is saved in simulation lab. Then you will be opening further next time. Okay. So next what we do here, open the Simulink library for the block. Then we can drag the block from Simulink library to workspace. Okay. So what is the first requirement is of this single phase AC source. So just try to drag the single phase AC source from this library to new workspace. That is model number 8. Okay. So your model number 8 is here. Now you can drag the element required for simulating the circuit. Okay. From the Simulink library, just first of all go to the CMSCAP. Okay. Already explained in the previous classes also. So go to the CMSCAP. And next in CMSCAP, go to the SIM power system. Okay. In SIM power system, you maybe go for electrical source. That means you require AC voltage source. So this AC voltage source drag in model number 9. Click here, add in model number 9. Okay. So this block, okay. So AC voltage source is now available here in the workspace, model number 9. Now what is required to you? Which one is it? 2 ACR and 2 diode. Okay. 2 ACR and 2 diode. So go to the again power electronics devices. Yeah. So here the ACR thyristor. So drag this one into the model number 9. Model number 9. Next, what you require? Diode. Okay. So here is the diode. This one. Okay. So just add in model number 9. Next, what is your requirement? Resistive load. So go to the element, electrical element. So various type of electrical element available here. Now you can choose according to your requirement of, so here series RLC branch. So just click here and add to the model number 9. Okay. Next one, you want to measurement purpose, that means voltmeter and ammeter. Okay, for the waveform of the input and output voltage and current waveform. So you require some measuring instrument. That means you go to the again measurement. Okay. So here the voltage measurement, voltmeter. So just add here in model number 9. Next is your current measurement for the emitter. So just add one emitter here. Now, any more requirement? One is your power guide for the operation of power system. Power guide. Okay. Maybe simply type here and press enter. So you can directly search that element. Okay. So searching here power guide block. Now it is available here. So just add into model number 9. And what is next requirement is your pulse generator for provide the gate pulse into thyristor. Thyristor we use here. So pulse generator required. That means you just simply type here pulse generator. And just press enter. Press enter. So now pulse generator is available here. Now add into the block number model 9. Okay. Now I think we all the component we required for the Simulink of single phase full wave semi converter for the resistive load is already dragged into the new workspace model number 9. Now our objective is to just simulate the circuit and observe their output voltage is getting similar to the theoretical class or not. Okay. So just verify this output waveform and input voltage waveform and output current waveform. So now you just concentrate on the simulation of the circuit. Okay. So you may be this one and I see full screen. So this one. Now one is full screen. Okay. So now rearrange this block and simulate the circuit. So first generator keep here, continuous block just keep here, and the emitter just keep here, and similarly the voltmeter keep here, and the resistance element is keep here. And this one is your diode. Okay, and this one is your thyristor. Now this AC voltage source just place here, and just rearrange this block. So just double click on the diode. So you may be 0.0 and deactivate this one. So just apply and okay. Now we require 2 diode and 2 SCR. Okay. So just develop one more diode from this diode, or maybe either drag from the again Simulink library. Okay. So we can either generate here another diode or maybe drag from the Simulink library. Similarly, you available here one diode, SCR here. So your requirement is 2 diode, 2 SCR. So you maybe create here another diode from this diode, or you maybe drag again from this Simulink library. So just if you want to create one more diode and SCR, so just you click here and just drag to this point. So another diode will be created here. So again this diode created here. Now this diode you may be remove. So again thyristor number 1 and 2, this one created here and something like this one created here. Okay. So this one you may be. One more thing is required for the observation of the output voltage waveform, that is a scope. Okay. So again go to the Simulink library and go to the sync. Okay. Sync here. So various type of sync is available here. That means we require scope. So drag this scope to the model number 9. Okay. So this one is model number 9. Now just concentrate on here. Rearrange this on the block. Okay. So now one by one, just put the value of AC voltage source, that is single phase AC voltage source. What is the value of peak one? What is the peak amplitude for the single phase AC voltage source? That means if 230 volt is your RMS value, is not 230 volt is your RMS value. Then if you multiply by root 2, then it will be equal to maximum value. Okay. So peak amplitude is 230 into what is the value of root 2? 1.42. Okay. And what is the frequency rating? 50 Hertz. So you can put here 50 Hertz. Now apply. And okay. So we already put here value the AC voltage source. Now just connect the diode and SCR. So just move this scope here, this block here. Now maybe rotate this diode, click on this SCR and control R. So you are able to rotate the block. Okay. So this is your SCR1 and this is your SCR2. So again click here and control R, rotate. Okay. So this SCR again put here. Now diode 1 and 2 just place here. So drag this diode up to this point and again control R, so you are able to rotate this diode. Okay. And similarly this diode again drag to this point and control R. Again control R, press here. Now just try to connect this SCR and diode. So you may be connect from this point to this point. Okay, and this point to this point. Okay. Now you will connect this one. Yeah. Next, connect from this point to this point. Now, circuit is already designed. Now, just connect the load. So again, click here. That means first of all, click here, double click. So you may be choose load types. That means purely resistive. So click here and select according to your load requirement. So either it may be RLC, R, inductive load, capacity load, RL load, RC load, NC load, and something like this. So our requirement is resistive load. Just click here, and if you specify some value of resistance, otherwise by default value is taken as 1. So suppose that if we here the value of resistance is 10 ohm, okay, and apply and okay. Okay. So this is LC branch. Sorry, this is resistive branch. So you may be again control R. So you are able to rotate this one, and this one naming as the resistive load. Okay. So you may be just click here. Okay. So this one is your pure resistive load. Maybe right here. That means load resistive load. Now you maybe connect here. That means resistive load. Now just click on this continuous block of the power guide. So just wait few minutes. Just change continuous to the state. Go to the configuration parameters and change here from display continuous to display. Okay. And sample time is by default value taking as the 50 micro ohm. So just apply and okay. Okay. Now here we require two ACR. So we require two gate pulse generator. That means you may be create from this to another one. Maybe delete. Okay. So put here this. Change their position from this point to this point and this one. Now just connect this gate pulse to the SCR1 and SCR2. Okay. So again, click here and control R. So you will be able to rotate this one. Okay. Yeah. Now you may be connect from this point to this point. And similarly, click here and place control R. So you will be supplied from this point to this one. Now you just move this space below here up to this point and just move this block here and here. Okay. Now you just drag this voltage AC source up to this point and just connect from this AC voltage source to this point. Okay. And from this point to this point. So how it is? Yeah. So this connection it may not be. So just move up to this point. And just this block. maybe connect from here to here, right? Now it is okay. Fine. So now we connect this load. So just connect this voltmeter here. So from this point to this point, and from this point to this point. Okay. So now we set the pulse generator angle. That means what is the value of the pulse generator? That means suppose that at 30-degree phase delay we apply the gate pulse. Okay. So amplitude is suppose that 10, and what is the time period? Period is your 1 by frequency. Okay. So one frequency is 50 hertz. So time period is your 0.02. Is it not? Sorry. So again just apply and oh sorry. Now again click here. So now you set the amplitude value and time period, that is 0.02. Now what is the phase delay in second? How we can calculate this one? Phase delay in second. Okay. So suppose that if you want to apply the gate pulse at the delay angle of 30-degree. Okay. So this one it becomes 30 divided by 360 into time period. Is not. So 30 into now we can find out the phase delay here in second. So phase angle delay, that is 30-degree, divided by 360 into time period, that means 0.02. So this one becomes 30 divided by 360. Okay. So how much this one? Divided by 360. So 0.083 into 0.02. Okay. So 0.083 into 0.02. Okay. Now just apply here and okay. Okay. What is the pulse difference here? This one, pulse generator. That means again amplitude value is your 10, suppose that, and period is again 0.02. So 0.02. What is the phase delay for this one? What is the phase delay for this one? This one again we need to fire at the 180-degree plus 30-degree. 180-degree plus 30-degree. That means pi plus alpha. pi plus alpha at the angle of pi plus alpha, again we fire this SCR 2. Okay. So 180 plus 30, that's equal to 210 divided by 360. So 210 divided by 360. So 0.583. 0.583 into time delay, that means 0.02. 0.02. Apply. Now we already put their specific value, and now we just try to connect the voltmeter and emitter, so we are able to measure the voltage variation of the input and output voltage. So one voltmeter connected here, suppose that for the output variation, and one voltmeter connect here for the input voltage variation. Okay. So this one control R, so we are able to, yeah. So just connect this voltmeter from this point to this point, so that so this voltmeter connected here, parallel with this supply voltage. So it is not connected, so in the red mark. So just try to connect in proper manner. I think it is not connected. So we can just, yeah. Now just try to connect this voltmeter up to this point. Now it is okay. Fine. So this emitter can be connected here for the measurement of output current variation. So again connect here. Fine. So connected from this point to this point. Yeah. And from this point to this point. Connected. So we require three axes. Not three axes. One for this one, voltmeter, input voltage waveform, another for this output voltage waveform. So just connect this output voltage. Okay. So connect from here to here. Yeah. So in this way, you can just connect. So just connect in proper manner. Just move up to this point, and from this point to this point. It is here. Okay, so just connected here. Now, just require three axes. You just go to the scope, click on the scope, and go to the setting. So again go to the number of axes. So 3 axes you required. So just type here 3. Apply and okay. So 3 axes create here. Now just connect here. The input voltage voltmeter connected to number 1. Output voltage connected to this one. And again this emitter output voltage up to this. Okay. So we just already connect all the parameters. Now you set the running time, that means 0.3. Now our model is already simulated. Okay. So just run this model. So now compiling this one. Okay. So now click on the scope. So again full screen. Go to this one and auto escape. So this one is your output voltage waveform. Sorry, input voltage waveform, output voltage waveform, and output current waveform. So it is clearly obtained as whatever we study in the theoretical part, okay, theory portion. You may be change their phase angle delay, and corresponding to that you may be so okay. So you maybe change their phase angle delay in place of 30, maybe you may put their 40-degree phase delay, 60-degree phase delay. So you go to the again pulse generator and change their phase angle delay. Okay. So corresponding to their output voltage waveform and output current waveform will be changing. Okay. So maybe practice this one for how we can simulate and what the result similar to the theoretical part. Okay. So you maybe change their phase angle delay. So you maybe at the maximum value, that means only 30 into 1.42. This one is your maximum voltage. Okay. Nothing but how much? 230 into 1.42. That means 327 or 28, whatever will be the value. So this is the maximum voltage of the output voltage. And this phase angle delay, that means up to 30-degree, output is 0. Without thyristor, do not conduct until and unless you provide the gate pulse. So then again up to pi, 2 pi plus alpha, that means 30-degree. Again output voltage is 0. Okay. So this way you maybe practice for the simulation of this type of circuit So just let's stop here. And in the next class, we will again continue our discussion.